Let's expand some more polynomials. Here we have a binomial multiplied by a binomial. Let's focus on distribution. Imagine this is you. You're the first term here. You're the x. And you're going to feed the dog and you're going to feed the cat, as would a good farmer. So x times x is going to become x squared. X times positive 3 is going to be positive 3x. Now imagine you have this wonderful brother or sister, negative 2, or perhaps they're very annoying, I don't know. Negative 2 multiplied by x, your wonderful brother or sister is going to feed the dog, and they're also going to feed the cat. Now your pets are going to be very full. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times positive 3 is going to be negative 6. Notice how I line these x's up. Cha-ching! X squared plus nothing is x squared. Positive 3x minus 2x is going to be positive 1x, or just positive x. Imagine this is like money. If you have $3 and you subtract $2, you're only going to have $1 or $1. And the minus 6 is all by itself. And we simplified and expanded our polynomial. So what I just did here is I fed the dog and fed the cat, and your brother or sister fed the dog or fed the cat. That's one way of doing it, and that's my favorite way. That's called distribution. Now, some of you might have learned from school this acronym called FOIL. So the F stands for first. This times this, x times x becomes x squared. The O represents outer. Outside. Let's use the word outside. So when you're focusing on outside, it's going to be you feeding the cat. X times 3 is going to be 3x. It's better to say 3x rather than x3. The I stands for inside. So this is your sister, or brother or sister, feeding the dog. Negative 2 times x is going to be negative 2x. And finally, negative 2 times positive 3, this is going to be last. Negative 2 times 3 becomes negative 6. So this is exactly the same as before. The answer is going to be x squared plus x minus 6. But this acronym is famous because a lot of students work on binomial times binomial. But I like psychologically working on distribution because you can expand distribution to larger questions, such as question number 3. One more note here. Let's try the question one more time. I like lining things up because you can just keep things organized and neat and make less mistakes. But if you really want to write left to right, you could. So let's just do it across one line, just for practice. X times x is going to be x squared. X times 3 is going to be positive 3x. Negative 2 times x is going to be negative 2x. And negative 2 times positive 3 is going to be negative 6. So if you really want, you can write this across one line. And the key idea here is to gather your likes. The x-ray machines and the x-ray machines are the same. Same. So why don't I circle them? So the terms that are similar, that have the same exponent here, exponent 1, x to the 1, you can simplify. So we have x squared plus 3x minus 2x is going to be plus x minus 6. So that's another way of simplifying, by circling like terms. Perhaps you want to underline or a double underline, or you can even draw a triangle or a square. That's one way to do it as well. Let's carry on here. Let's use distribution from now on. This is you, you're the x, number 2. X times 2x is going to be 2x squared. You fed the dog, now you're going to feed the cat. X times 1 is going to be plus 1x, or just plus x. And this is your wonderful brother or sister, the second term, feeding the dog and then feeding the cat. 4 times 2x is going to be plus 8x. 4 times 1 is going to be plus 4. So as you can see, we can clean this up here. We have x and x are the same. So the final answer is going to be 2x squared plus 9x plus 4. Let's try this last example by lining things up very neatly. So this is you're a wonderful farmer. You're going to feed the cat, dog, and bird. You have 3 animals on the farm. X times x squared is going to be x cubed. X times negative 2x is going to be negative 2x squared. X times positive 1 is going to be positive x. So you finished feeding the animals. Now it's your brother or sister's turn here. Your brother or sister is going to feed the dog, cat, and bird. 1 times x squared is going to be x squared. 1 times negative 2x is going to be negative 2x. And 1 times 1 is going to be positive 1. Cha-ching! So we have these x squares all lined up. We have the x's all lined up. And so we can just quickly compute the answer. X cubed plus nothing is x cubed. Now this is like a 1x squared here. You have negative 2x squared plus 1x squared. When you add them up here, we have debt. We have negative x squared. Imagine you have $1, positive $1, but you spend $2. You end up with negative $1. And this X-ray squared machine happens to be the unit that we're dealing with. Now what about this one here? This is the same thing as saying 1x. What's plus 1x minus 2x? The answer is negative x. So we're adding right now. Plus 1. So there's our final answer. Good job.